Welcome back to another episode of All the Months 9 Hardcore. I seem to have got myself in a bit of a pickle. Uh, Dang it. Okay, whew. That was fun. Okay, so, that was an insane caving expedition last episode. Couldn't be happier. Now I think it's time, because my coffers are absolutely full. I think it's time to build myself some sort of a base. I might not want to build up here. I kind of wanted to build up here because it's nice and flat, but that nice lush green grass down here, that looks great, doesn't it? It just screams industrial facility, just down here. So I guess I'm just gonna quickly create a bit of a chest monster and come back when I have some inventory space. Okay, now that I'm a little bit more organized. When I say organized, I mean it in the loosest sense possible. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little create. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make myself a saw and a hand crank. I need plates, but because this is all the mods, I could just use the ore hammer in this configuration to make plates. It's a little expensive, but basically that's just the equivalent of one raw ore because I've already doubled it. And I don't think this hammer is going to survive this process, but I need the iron. Everything I do is going to take a bit of iron to do. Another hammer. See, when I say loosely organized, I really, truly meant loosely organized. Perfect. The perfect amount. Oh. Helps if I put fuel in there. Now I need andesite. I do need to find some andesite. I've yet to see any so far. Maybe I just don't do creating. I would love to do some create, but I seem to have gotten a little ahead of myself. Unless I can find andesite on this hill right here. Sort of looking like a new goo. I think the scariest thing that I've seen so far is the goat. Because I know the goat likes to bot people off of surfaces, and the goat is also kind of a petty German. So if you wrong him in any way, he's gonna fly a flying machine into your base and destroy everything. Make a perimeter out of your nice base. So I would like to not cause any problems for him. Ooh. And I'm dropping some serious frames right now. Okay. No andesite. So I guess I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. And when I say old-fashioned way, I mean, oh, maybe. Maybe? Oh, okay. Sick dungeon down there. Good to know. It must have been connected to the mine shaft I went into. So when I say the old-fashioned way, I do mean vein mining trees. Totally. I love spruce. It's such a nice block. And if I hold this in my offhand, I should actually be able to, yes, it magnetizes a little bit. So I got a little bit of magnet now. I gotta be careful, because vein mining takes a little bit of hunger, and these things, they bite. I don't know why they bite, but they do. I gotta be a little careful with that. And this is, I like being OP in video games, but I also kind of cherish this whole like beginning stage. Like I like the early game. I really like this is oop, my apologies, friend. It only does 60. I can only mine up to 64 blocks. Um so yeah, that's not going to be the whole tree. So I'm going to actually not mine that guy. 61 sounds good to me. Yeah, like so Ark, for example, is Ark Survival Evolved, Ark Survival Ascended. Like, I love those games because the early game is so. Like, I almost like it because the early game's tedious and boring. Like, because you're more afraid of things. Like, by the time you get to late game, like, what do you really have to be afraid of? You have all of your dinos with you. You have all of these, like, tools and powers. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. But this is fresh. Like, this is a fresh world. Everything about this is just new and a little bit exciting. Now, I'm going to try to build a base, and I am self-professed to be not a builder. It, I like the mining part of Minecraft, but I'm not necessarily that big on the crafting part of the craft. So with that being said, if I end up creating something that's not very pretty, don't hold it against me. I do have torches. I'm gonna want to torch this area up. What the heck is that? Oh, that you're definitely the thing that's been making horrible sounds. Yeah. What is that? Gray wool? Huh. I I don't understand. I don't understand. How do I Any planks? Purple carpet. I don't. I'm very interested, but I'm also very afraid. Which seems to be my go-to feeling at this time. Oh, vein mine. It's not very smart. I was kind of hoping it was only going to go through for the stone. Oh, I'm not very smart. I left my repair kit. That's fun. Can I do that? Yes, I can. I don't know, the cork one. I like twigs better. I need to sleep. Nighttime starts at 10:30. It's currently 10:50. Okay, I do think that that's probably going to be enough materials to get a lavish starter base, but kind of a nice starter base. Let's see. Do I only have? Okay, I have a little bit of iron left in there. Pretty sure I can clean it out with sticks. If I like add sticks into it, yeah, that cleans it out. I need a shovel. I'm pretty sure I found a shovel somewhere. Part of me wants to build right up here. This is nothing that I can get from getting more experience from an iron shovel. Anyway. Also hold it in my offhand and then like kill things with it, so I'm just gonna do this. And if I'm like really pressed, it loses all the the whatever extra stats that it might have, but I can just turn it into silent gear and upgrade it from there. Nice valley. Uh-huh. There's the random stuff that I didn't like very much. I'm such a complainer. Again, I'm holding it in my offhand, so I get a little bit of magnetism going on. Don't really have a plan. Just gonna kind of wing this. I don't want this to be this, but I think the term cottagecore is gonna be, something you could loosely throw around and apply it to this build. I do not have iron in my inventory. That is not great. Not a necessarily a great situation to be in. If I hold vein miner, press shift, gives me a couple of different options. I think what I'm gonna do is none of these. Just get the rest of that iron out of the thing. Find it with a stick, empty it. Now it's good to go. Oh, okay. Actually, now I now have an idea. I'm pretty sure if I do that, yeah, that was much nicer, much faster. And unfortunately, there's no FTB Ultimine doesn't place blocks. Although I'm sure there's like a building wand or something if I really wanted to use it. That should be enough space. And maybe some kind of staircase up. Yeah. And now for the next portion of my plan that I definitely don't have. I promise you I don't know what I'm doing, and that's going to become apparent very soon. After just a little bit of landscaping, while I try to mull over my idea. Okay. Let's put all of the trash, random miscellaneous stuff that I have no idea what I'd be doing with anyway, into here. All the cobblestone. I almost feel like it'd be worth some kind of stone cutter. Oh, that's nice. Those are all kind of nice, actually. Stone cutter on a stick. Might. Ah, too expensive. Too expensive for me. Just a small starter house. Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just, a 2-floor structure with... Okay, come on, guys. You're making me look bad. Oh, nice. Auto replace in hand is on. I like that. Something makes me think that I should probably bring a bed closer to where I are instead of having to make this trek every time, because that's going to be boring, right? That's kind of boring. Run it up here. We're going to be daring. It's time to sleep now. And hopefully I don't get creepered before too long. Mission accomplished. And I actually want this to be the floor. I think that would, for the basement, that would be very nice. Just angrily clicking away. It's actually kind of a skill to like not click and bounce your mouse around all the time. Like that's something I gotta practice a little bit more. I don't know why I just set my respawn. That seems very silly now that I'm thinking about it. Can I undo this? Nope. It is what it is. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Not gonna hurt anything. Don't ask me how I'm texturing. There's no real rhyme or reason. It's just kind of like a chunk. Chunk gets textured, and then a whole bunch doesn't get textured. I don't know what I'm doing. I know there's probably a trowel in here, because pork is the best. but my thoughts on the trowel is that it's too random. It's just random. And I think it retracts a lot from building when you have something that's just pure random. They're almost, because the human eye wants to see a pattern, right? So maybe in this pattern I actually like add that. Maybe that'll look slightly better. Back into the mine with me. Yep, that's exactly what I get. Perfect. Do I have any idea what I'm doing yet? Nope. Still not a single clue what's going on or what I'm gonna do. Too much here, but maybe I could actually make that into a whole wall with these cobblestone bricks. I should probably use some like deep slate for the floors or something. It seems a little too bright in here. Okay, didn't I just remove this because I thought that was too much? Yeah. Whoop. Now I understand why everyone does a time lapse for building, because I can't imagine that would have been good content. Just having a shark staring at the computer screen, not saying anything, barely breathing. Okay, now I don't know what that was. Press all the buttons. Do I get like? Nope. Good to know though. Stone cutting. Is that a vanilla? I didn't think that was going to be a vanilla thing. Kind of want the floor to be something that seems too busy. That seems fun. That, I mean, might be worth trying to do. More of a hardwood floor. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Oh crap. There was some andesite here. Great. Okay, well, ride's back on the menu. Does that do anything cool? It kind of does. Yeah, you know what? That might just be the ticket. It'd be even better if that worked. Okay. I see how it is. Well then. Joke's on you, buddy. I got all the materials I need. I do not have a plan, and that is what makes me the most dangerous. Wow, that was a round of applause. So I want the entrance to be right here. Modern home designs, the stairways usually... Nope, that's backwards. Ah, use the force. Okay, fine. I can get behind that. I almost want to make slabs out of this. Let's see. Let's see how much more jasper I can find. Well, what do you think of that? I heard something creeping behind me. Is that just me being crazy? Ah, come on. We could rebuild it. Use a tool until it shatters, then repair it by crafting with a filled repair kit. Well, I only did about half the job, but sure. Probably have enough jasper now. Hey, it's not my fault that I built that poorly. I did hear someone creeping around. What do you want? What do you got? I don't think that's useful. Don't really need that. Preemptively lighting up the basement, because, yeah. I feel like I've been down this road before. Very nice, earthy brown. You know what? There are ways of making this faster. And those ways are called an iron wand. I would like to know what that does. Now, put the item in question in my offhand. And then the game crashes. Moving my mouse right now. There's nothing. Okay, there we go. Yeah. How does this? There we go. In front of the block. Hmm. Where did that come from? It's a good amount of headroom. I can make Jasper stairs, right? Yes. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. This is not at any. This is not permanent. Probably. You never know. Like to have AE situated well before I need to start doing too much with chests, but it's nice to have options. And now for the fun part where I go chop down like 1.5 million more trees. Just a small 1.5 million, not too many millions. And I think it is in my best interests if I do some of that. Yep. Yep, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I like silent tools. I just don't know anything about it. I wish there was a faster way of doing this. If there is, oh yeah, there is. In fact, it's just filling more. That's right. I knew that. I knew that. And back to having a magnet. Come on, Vanilla. Get it together, man. Magnet. Wow, I just ruined my inventory. That's kind of funny. Not gonna touch those two tall trees yet. Alright, so someone say cottage core? I regret my decision. I thoroughly regret my decision. Not for the reasons you think. So I think what I would like to do is actually have this look like a log house. And log houses, those are just going to be temporary. Yeah. Yeah, this is only moderately expensive to build. Perfect. Perfect. Do need to have them interlacing like that, because that's how you would be building a log cabin in real life. Oh, yeah, that's right. Stop it. closer to the action. Actually, I feel kind of good about what's happening here. There's a log sticking out. Yeah, that starting to look pretty sweet, no? Oop. Logs might find themselves shaved later, but for now, I think that's pretty much just gonna be it. Do I need to go 4 high? Like 3 high? 3 high for the wall seems pretty reasonable. That's what I have in the basement too, right? No, the basement's 4 high. Well, I can't have the basement taller than the original walls of the initial building. Yeah, that wouldn't be right. Go into my inventory. Yeah, I kind of like this. I might end up shaving all this down because that, I mean, that's kind of a nice look too, right? Ooh, the game did not like that. I don't think the game wants me to shave anything down. You see that like massive hitch? That was like that was insane. That was insane. I thought pretty sure my computer just went when it did that. I don't know if that was the fan spinning up a little bit or if there was like an emergency klaxon going on. Now, also, there were some ugly torches everywhere also, because I don't want things to spawn in here. Now, I could do a roof, but what good would that be? Let's just do this. We've all seen me play We've all seen me play Vault Hunters. We know what the deal is. Yeah, that's starting to look promising. I think I've made an executive decision. Oh, okay. Well, didn't know I can't shift. It's interesting. Yeah, well, I don't know how I feel about being able to shift on the edge of a block, but we'll make it work. And, you know, I could be slightly smarter about this and just go from the inside. I'll get the outside log eventually. There, a little bit of variation. That's weird. Definitely weird. But just try to run with it for now. $49 blocks, so that guy's gotta go. There's another tree. Oh, yes, there is. There's another tree. And this, am I doing? That's 64. Do not want to do that to myself. Leave some like 5 or 6 blocks hanging up there where it's really inconvenient to try to get to. What's the next thing? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some supports. Every might as well get this while I'm up here, right? Support beams running along the top. I am sort of just eyeballing this. I actually have no idea what the dimensions of this is. But what I can tell you is that's not good. For them. Get off my lawn. Oh, that's a business. He doesn't seem so keen on moving. Oh. Does that always create a vengeance spirit? So far away. Sniping. Get off my lawn, you dang kids. Boom, boom. That's too much fun. I'm already having way too much fun with just that book. I think that book's gonna probably carry me fairly hard through this early game. Okay, so seems like I may have made an odd, or I may have made an even sized house, which seems to be my natural inclination, is to accidentally do the hardest thing possible. Because that seems like the center to me. So I actually might have to count this out. 3 and I did it. Dang it. Dang it, Sharkey. For some reason, and I'm not precisely sure why, I kind of want to put oak planks on the top of this. I don't know where I'd be getting that idea from. But for now, I'm just going to leave my little building as is. I think it's time to do a little bit of create. The first thing I need to do is I need to figure out where I put that andesite. I still have the iron. Wasn't sure. Take that. Definitely put the andesite in somewhere that made perfect sense. An andesite alloy just goes in this configuration, and I'm pretty sure it also works as a more or less shapeless. There. Just going to preemptively make a couple of shafts. I'm gonna make some this. I only wanted to make 3. Strip the log. Take your andesite alloy. Right-click the stripped log, and you have the andesite casing. Pretty much the most important building block you can create. Brass arguably has some better structures, but I think that's going to be good enough for what I'm trying to do here. Now I have a little bit of andesite. I could make myself a mechanical saw. If I were, for example, to be in a crafting table, and a wooden crank. And here is the magic. The magic of the create saw. This tree that was... Did that plant itself? Tree that is too big to cut down. by loosen it up a little bit first. Ah, yes, of course. And the trick is, if you want the create thing to face away from you, you have to crouch and click. I'm gonna say shift click, but shift does not crouch for me. And this is gonna be the most lag. Okay, that wasn't actually that bad. Everything is down, and I think if create is doing what I think it did, it fell the tree in the direction, which is very cool. Kind of a little annoying, but very cool nonetheless. I swear those saplings are planting themselves. Now there's no too tall tree that can stand in my way now. So definitely gonna have to get some more create machinery set up. Maybe I even this is not gonna be very lore friendly. Because having an unmotivated water wheel is kind of not cool, but I don't think I necessarily have a choice right now. So let's see here. If I just pop that out and have a shaft coming out of there, pretty sure the create wheel, the big water wheel, is going to be like 3x3. Perfect. Played too many like weird create mod stuff where it's I'm gonna do 3. I feel really good about the number 3 for water wheels. That temporary block back. Oh my, yep. Oh, she's a looker. She's a looker, all right. Yeah. Seem to be missing a very important ingredient in this water wheel situation. The water. You could also do lava. Like if you're in the nether and you can't do water, you can also use lava for the water wheel. I guess it would be a lava wheel in that case. But yeah, I guess it doesn't even matter. Because they changed how create generates power from water. I'm not exactly sure why, although I think it's a great change. Because it used to calculate the speed of the water, which actually was like kind of something I took advantage of per se, because I could make a machine that only needed to turn slowly by just making sure the water wheel itself was moving slowly. And now I seem to have made the mistake. Each of these, I believe, is creating 512 stress units. Albeit a little slowly, but that's, I mean, that's not my main, that's not going to be the main factory, of course, but 1,500 stress units is no joke. Something else I could probably do is create a couple of cog wheels. I'm just going to do this real nasty. I'm going to hook that shaft up there, and I'm not going to speed anything up. But maybe, nah, I don't need to speed anything up. Down here, at least. Yeah, that should be should be sufficient gear ratio. The trick to to doing any sort of gear ratio is you need to make sure that you have a large connecting into a small. When you do that, the small is going to be spinning twice as fast as the large. And while it would, of course, be very, very nice to hook a large and then a small again, it's just going to try to connect into the large. They're spinning in opposite directions. It breaks the whole thing. It's not really something you want to be doing. I'll go get that later. And now I have a gear ratio, and it's spinning probably about as fast as the small cog would have been. Probably want to create a gearbox anyway. I was trying to not create a gearbox, but this, I think this is probably going to be the one that I to play. I just tried to use a wrench that I certainly don't have for vertical gearbox. That's the money. That's the money right there. That is the beginning of the low-tech age in all the mods 9. I'm gonna have to figure something out with this door, because this is, oogly. But with that, I think I'm probably in a pretty good position to call it. I'm gonna try to throw a roof onto this. I have no idea how the roof is gonna look. It's gonna require some deep slate. I'm gonna do that off camera. Start to sort things out and get the beginnings of I don't know. Silent tools. I think I was intending on doing some silent tool stuff, but I got distracted by this beautiful log house. It's been a pleasure hanging out. I hope everyone has a good day. And on behalf of me and Frank, who has been guarding that chest this whole time, I'd like to say thank you. Oh, that's. But before we go, there's one more thing I'd like to do. On behalf of myself and Frank, have a great day. And goodbye.